Welcome everybody to Cred.15 in the evening. And we're just got a minute or so before we start. So just like to welcome you to take some time to bring yourself to the present, make sure you're feeling comfortable and relaxed and ready to join us as we start the Cred.15 in a couple of seconds. Hopefully you've had a great day. If you're joining us from, hopefully it's been a wonderful day. If you're joining us from another part of the world, hopefully you have another great day ahead. I see some familiar faces. Jane, welcome you from our school community. Vanessa, thank you for joining us. Trish, welcome back from Malta. And Kate and Taneve, welcome as well on the call. So we've got a couple of seconds before we start. Okay, so guys, it's 5:15 and welcome to the Cred.15 at 5:15. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ronan McDonald and I'm the founder of Cred. We work at the intersection of technology and education, and we help people change behaviors to create sustainable habits. We work in three key areas. We help people greater understanding of their brain and its impact on their ability to learn. We support people with their mental health and well-being, and we support people to create positive behavior change for pro-social impact. At Cred, our purpose is to enable collective actions today to impact tomorrow's world. And I think this resonates with us all at this time where it feels like the world truly has changed. So what is a Cred.15? The Cred.15 is like F45 for your brain. We want to support you to create a space where we can help you understand what's going on in your brain, help you navigate this time, help you feel connected, and to build some new habits. So my co-host on tonight's Cred.15 is Kendra Strudwick, and I'll have the pleasure of introducing her very shortly. Bit of housekeeping first. For those of you who have not used Zoom, you are automatically on mute, but we do want to make this an interactive session. So we may invite people to join us, and if we do invite you to join, if you want to speak, please feel free to just unmute yourself using a button at the bottom left-hand corner. There's also a chat facility for those of you who are using Zoom. So when we ask you to maybe reflect, and you can also feel free to type your responses into this chat box. For those of you joining us on Facebook Live, please feel free just to maybe reflect or to record your notes and insights. So I'm going to hand over now to Kendra Strudwick, my trainer at the Neuro Leadership Institute, my coach, mentor, and friend. Thank you, Kendra.
Thanks, Ronan. Welcome back, familiar voices, faces, names, and welcome to those that are new. What I'd like to do is to start tonight's session with just a short mindfulness activity. So we like to do that to support us to arrive. I don't know if you've, like me, if you've noticed that we generally tend to be human doings. We focus on what we need to do and what we need to achieve and what still needs to be done before we can go to sleep tonight. And I'd just like to press pause on that for a moment and do a bit of a third space minute mindfulness moment. So I invite you to close your eyes and just get present to whatever you have just completed. Whatever task was the last thing you did before you dialed into this webinar. I want you to close the lid on that task and just sit in that space of not needing to do something straight away. Just sit in that space of complete before thinking about where you want to focus next, what you most want to get out of tonight's session. If it's in the evening for you, your mind might automatically be going to what do you want to achieve today? And allow you to pick one thing you're going to take forward from this space into the next. Just one thing. Whatever that is, notice it, be thankful for it, and take it with you. When you're ready, open your eyes and we'll go into our how are you feeling activity. So our labeling activity. So given what's happened for you, really check in with all of the sensations that you're experiencing right here, right now. How are your energy levels? Are they red, amber, green? Are they a combination? Are they a different colour altogether? So let's express ourselves with colour today. And if you could visually represent how you're feeling in a colour, what colour would that be? Please type that into the chat box. If you could bundle up the emotion or emotions that you're feeling and give them a colour, what colour would they be? Type that into the chat box now. Orange, green, amber leading into green, green, pink. The rainbow's looking good. Yellow and green. So that's blue, aqua to be precise. Thank you. When we distill down and we double click into the colour, what's the shade? Does it have a texture? Feel free to be creative with your colour. If it's a green, is it a bright green? Is it a dark green? Is it a khaki green? Kate's feeling yellow. Colour is so important to our lives. We even have colour therapy. I think there's healing energies in colours. So be mindful around the colours that you might be drawn to day by day. Maybe they have a medicine or an energy that you need to absorb more of. Thanks, Trish. We've got some knobbly in the colour. Love that word, knobbly. Thanks for playing, folks. You might notice that we are playing today. We wanted to have a lighter energy to today's closing session. I don't know if you're sensing it, but I'm sensing there's a lot of heaviness around, and humour and lightness can be its own pandemic. You know, when we get the giggles, I often get the giggles on a Friday afternoon, and then I just laugh at anything. And the more I try to stop laughing, the funnier things get. I think it's when I get overtired. The laughter does have an energy and a contagion all of its own. So I wanted to talk a little bit about laughter, because I think it's one of the best ways that we can keep our own and others' spirits high. Humour provides a buffer against stress or fear. So humour is about playing with ideas and concepts. Whenever you see something as funny, you're normally looking at it from a different perspective. It's a form of reappraisal. It's unexpected connections that wouldn't normally go together, that when put together, delight us. Insight and humour are the same process in the brain. Unexpected connections coming release dopamine and delight us and create a state change. So the more you laugh, the smarter you get. Some of our people with the highest IQs are comedians. Very, very quick wit, quick humour, ability to synthesize ideas and make unexpected connections that the average person just wouldn't. So explore humour, explore colour, appropriate humour. Not humour at someone else's expense. I would not. I've been the butt of many jokes over the years, so I'm not talking about that kind of humour. We can't send hugs right now, so we have to send humour. We have to send laughs. What can we do to help ourselves laugh on a daily basis, or to make someone else laugh? So maybe it's that inside joke that you share with a friend, that funny memory that you might still have a photo of that you could photobomb them with, or just remind them of it. It could be the words that you own with that particular person. You know, I have pun relationships. You know, one person says something and it just turns into this punathon that's got an energy of its own accord. So I'd love to invite you to think about what it is that you could do to send and to laugh yourself. Type into the chat box your thoughts, your ideas. Get as creative and as crazy as you like, folks. What could you do to support yourself and others to laugh? Faulty towers. Oh my goodness, yes. Good old-fashioned comedy. They don't always make them as good as they used to. I'm a big MASH fan. I must have watched that 15 times. Laugh with the kids. Yeah. See something from their perspective. They can find humor in anything. What else can we do? Remind them of the funny moments we had. Thank you. What else? Funny videos, voice recordings, almost every day. Well done, Trish, making puppets out of socks and things. So you're blending creativity in with your going around on social media at the moment. Some are very, very clever. People have got way too much time on their hands. I like Nikki G's example here. I was at university, had a job that around black humour. And it's not that we don't care. That's not what has us crack a joke at inappropriate times. It's because we do. And if we over empathise and goes to pieces, then we can't get the job done that we need to. So humour is a way that we can instantly reappraise something and soldier on. Thanks, Jodie. In New Zealand, you're in lockdown, so lots of people are on solo walks past the house, and you want to get the kids popping up in all the different windows as people walk past. Yeah, what can you do? Window displays to make people's day. Whatever it is, folks, as you share the dopamine, as you share the oxytocin and everything that comes with humour, you receive it yourself. So enjoy that. I'll hand over to Ronan to close out our session today.
Thank you, Kendra. Thank you for giving me a good laugh, and I enjoyed watching everyone's comments in the chat box there. For those of you who haven't joined us before, we have 3 key focus areas or pillars as part of Cred.15: direct, move, and connect. So direct is the element of where do we bring our awareness and focus our attention. Move is encouraging people to make movement and incorporate movement into every day. So we're encouraging people to do at least 15 minutes movement and be creative. And connection is this element of we crave social connection, but at the moment we can't physically connect with people. So how do we create new and creative ways to connect? So just very briefly, I want to touch on direct at the start, just based on a few conversations I've been having with people over the last couple of days. So where is our energy going and where is our attention going? So my 11-year-old daughter said to me yesterday, "Dad, you're really busy. You're always on the phone. Your main responsibility is to us. Why are you trying to look after other people?" Now, I've probably got a choice in how I respond to that. And I do see Tim Dwyer on the call today, and I might quote him again. And he talked to me very nicely about when we become aware of something, how do we choose to respond? Do we justify our actions? Do we blame others? Or do we judge ourselves? And I think judging is a very difficult place to be. So how about we use this awareness to think about, is there anything we do need to reset in our lives today? So maybe we're prioritizing work over our self-care or our family or our finances. So just encourage you to take a moment to see, where does your attention need to go tonight, or if you're starting your day, tomorrow? I'll give you a couple of seconds of silence. And if you do want to, please feel free to chat into the chat box. Okay, we'll keep moving along, okay, because we are coming up to nearly half past. So guys, if your day is starting, encourage you to do some kind of movement today. If your day is finishing, reflect on the movement, how it felt, the sensation, etc. And one final element of connection, we're talking about finding unique ways of connecting. And a shout out to Gliso, who invited me into a WhatsApp group today with a lovely welcoming message. We're just like a shed at the bottom of the garden, always open and with a warm welcome. Thank you, Gliso. I'll take a walk down to that shed. I know it's a virtual shed, but guys, I'd encourage you all to try and find new and innovative ways to connect with people. Thank you for joining us on a Cred Evening 15. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If your day is starting, have a wonderful day. We'll be here tomorrow morning, 8:15 Sydney time. And a big thank you to you, Kendra, as well.
Thanks, Tim.